Hello, Kubrick Lover 1972 here, also known as Brian. And here's the fourth entry for this month in 31 days of Halloween. As I said, in previous videos, I'm working on the Saw movies, and I'm on the fourth one now, day four. Uh, so, what do I think of this particular Saw movie? Um, well, I'm sort of surprised. I don't know if it's a great horror film or anything like that, but it's kind of entertaining. This particular one, uh, again, you find out more of Jigsaw or John's his other, his alias is Jigsaw, but John's uh, backstory. You see that he was married. I don't want to give too much away. Not that not that I don't know if it's worth your time to watch it or not, but if you really want to watch the Saw films, I don't want to give key elements away because they sort of reveal themselves, like in Saw 3 and Saw 4 now, um, and so at the end of Saw 2, so they're maybe that's why I think the series was very popular. And I think that's because, like maybe the way they laid it out in the movies, that they slowly unfolded things. Um, but anyways, now what happens in this movie? Trying to remember. Donnie Wahlberg makes another appearance, but this time he's hanging by a chain, and one of his feet is on cold ice, and there's a guy next to him tied up to a chair, and he, Donnie Wahlberg like moves this like a scale that they're on, the guy in the chair will get electrocuted because they're on a sheet of, is a sheet right the term, a tray of water, so he'll get electrocuted. And so, and of course, this is constant theme in these Saw movies. If the people that are the victims are actually people that did terrible things in life, and they haven't been held accountable for their actions. So child abuse or rape or what else? Framing people. Like Donnie Wahlberg's character in Saw 2. Is framing people for crimes that they didn't commit. So and not having a good relationship with his son, and his son isn't. I guess it isn't an angel too, but yeah. So what else happens at Saw 4? I'm trying to remember because I fell asleep during some of this, but so I had to go. I had to backtrack and watch the remainder that I missed. Um, I'm trying to remember what happened. Um, I should be more ready doing this video. What happened during the movie? Well, it also has those wince-inducing scenes of pain. There's like at the start, there's this guy who has his eyes shut, sewn shut, and there's the other guy. They're in the same room together, and he has his mouth sewed shut, and one of the guys has the key. Oh, the key to releasing him from the chains he's in is on the other guy who's blind. So I can't remember exactly. They're both they've both done bad things in society. So I think in order to get the guy with the mouth sewn shut, in order for him to be free, he has to. Uh, I think the guy that has his eyes sewed shut, I think his, yeah, I think there's like a spike that goes through his eyes, and yeah, some of this movie reminded me of shows like Law and Order or CSI or something, which I'm not too keen on those types of shows. I'm not really in murder mysteries or police procedurals. Um, there's this, and there's another cop thing. I think there was a cop thing in the previous one which was Saw 3, right after the Donnie Wahlberg one, which is Saw 2. And this cop is like passionate about solving cases, and the John Jigsaw is trying to say, leave it alone. Oh, and oh yeah, so John Jigsaw, he's dead at the start of the movie, but he sort of is still working his magic after he's dead, because he appears at a morgue, and he has an autopsy done on him, and they dig out his brain, and they dig his stomach out, and there's a small what do you call it? A small audio cassette in his stomach, and they play it, and he says, "I'm not through yet. I've only just begun." So I'm going to give this film. I don't know if I've given it enough justice as to like describing it for you. I don't know if I should tell too much, because then I'll spoil it. Maybe I can give a more succinct review of Saw number 5 tomorrow, which I think I'll probably be able to do with it. I don't think it'll be. I think I'll have some time to put that up here on YouTube. So Saw 4, I would probably give. I give it 3 stars, a marginal thumbs up. Maybe it's getting kind of tiresome with all these torture methods. How many torture methods can you do? It sort of like reminds me of The Walking Dead. Like, the group meets together, then they separate, then they meet together, then they separate, and then they're safe from zombie attacks for a while, and then all of a sudden they're surrounded by zombies, and then they manage to get out, one of them dies. It seems to be formulaic. But I think the Saw movies so far the unfolding is kind of interesting, So I'll give it 3 marginal thumbs up out of 5. If I gave it 2.5 stars, that would mean I don't recommend it. So, if you like gore, if you like a movie about like people paying the price for the crimes they've done, being accountable, maybe you'd like this. It also reminded me a lot of Seven. It makes me think of Seven a lot. So I don't think it's totally original movie, but I guess it is. It's following, because I saw a Nightline when I used to have television. I saw a Nightline story about Saw and how popular it was, and I don't have the next movie after the last Saw film, which I guess is Jigsaw. It's called just Jigsaw, and I don't know if there's any more after that. If you know, just leave your comment below. And check out my GarageBand videos, where I use my guitars, 1 guitar, 2 guitars, my MIDI keyboard, the drum tracks, and the program itself. I'll put my blog here, so it'll probably appear in my blog after, before I'm saying it right now, because I put it like a minute on before the video concludes. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. If not, we'll continue this 31 days of Halloween. So take care and watch some scary movies.